What is up, YouTube? Today we're back to the Guild War banger, and I know it's been a while since I posted a Guild War video. Don't worry, I have not quit Epic 7 for Ethereum restart, okay? Friday, I literally woke up like 30 minutes before Guild War and I couldn't record. There's a whole incident about that. Monday, I went camping, so I wasn't able to record, so I'm back, okay? Anyways, unfortunately, we have a rank 1 on the line Guild War. Somehow, 30 minutes into the Guild War start, we used up all of our losses. That's great! Just not for me, because that means I can't throw for content. And as you guys saw in the thumbnail, if I lose, our chances of losing rank 1 to Korea are higher. So, yeah, like no troll. I know I have no shirt on and everything, but this is kind of a serious war. So, yeah, we're gonna be giga sweating it up, and like you're gonna see some pretty fucking crazy builds. Anyways, like, comment for the algorithm, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's jump into our first attack. Okay, so for our first attack, we're hitting Yatsube 428, and it is scouted, so I'll populate the information on screen now. So for the first team, we're going to be going with Doris, since she's going to be on Guardian Ice Crystals on speed and immunity, so that I don't get defense broken by the Payra if I get, like bad tuning, or I guess if they get good tuning. I'm going to be going with Christy, who's going to be on ER set on Rise of a Monarch, so that I can reset my barrier over and over, since I'm playing a Harsetti-based team. And I'm going to go in with Harsetti, who's going to be on Injury HP on Fairy Tale for a Nightmare. The whole premise of this comp pretty much is just win. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, basically I'm just going to focus them down. I'm going to have ER so I can tank all their damage, and it should be pretty free since it's not like a one-shot BBK build. The bottom team is going to be Harsetti Flan Senya, so I'll be going Empyrean Ilanav, who's going to be on Protection Set HP on Aureus. And then I'll be going with my Flan, who's going to be on Destro and Penset on Bloodstone. You do want to have this on immunity, but honestly, whatever. Hand Guy's going to be on Speed HP on Sweet Miracle. You can put this on like Proof of Valor if you want to. I mean, honestly, the artifact won't really make that big of a difference here, so it's marginal. And yeah, we're going to go right ahead. So let's fly, or let's not say the next part. Let's go.
This is a waste of my time.
Okay, so I'm probably just going to S1 the... I'm just going to S1 Balian since I can go for defense break and then chip his damage down so that the 3F does less damage.
Would you go ahead and die?
Okay, nice. We actually stripped that off. I'm going to put defense buff up since they're about to do a bunch of damage to me.
A conductor exerts total control, even over the breaths you take.
Okay, we're chilling.
By the law.
I will S3 here. Why not?
I should just try a bit harder.
With me backing you up, losing ain't an option.
Kara's gonna S1 into the Doris. It's fine, we tank it.
This blade
We already proc
blood.
first Immortality. Okay. I will go ahead and push my
Don't back down.
Harsetti forward here.
I'll grant you the power to fight.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the BBK proc here.
Get rid of that. What a pathetic joke.
Okay. Hopefully strip. Okay, we proc the second Immortality. That's fine. Billion's gonna move. No strip. It does proc the S2 though, but
Fear.
a little bit annoying, but I don't think it'll make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things.
I cannot let you
I will S1 this to go for provoke maybe. Counter. That's fine. Rise of a Monarch barrier. So it is counter BBK. I don't want to hit another counter, so I'm gonna go on Bellion here.
You done
And
playing hero?
Fairy Tale should be able to do enough damage unless I eat another counter. He doesn't have an S3 available, so we just S1 this. Hopefully I crit the second hit. We do not crit the second hit. God damn. Very racked. That's fine. BBK's gonna move. She has S3
Listen
now.
when I ask nicely.
Don't want to take another counter 3F hit potentially.
Let me show you the results of my
I really need to kill this BBK.
If you
So
have
I'm gonna
no
S1 this
use,
even if I get countered.
stop
Hopefully it'll be
existing.
fine.
But
Go
you
for the extra
ahead
hit.
and
Kill off
die.
BBK. Okay. Alright, now it's safe. Obviously that could have went wrong if he proc countered like twice there or every
I've
hit,
made it this
maybe.
far. I won't
But
lose.
it worked out, so I'm not gonna complain about it.
It doesn't hurt anymore.
We're gonna S2, and then Harseti's gonna S1 on Peyra. Fairy Tale for Nightmare is gonna do all the damage here.
Pathetic joke.
If you don't have this artifact, by the way, you can go like Magic Bubble Maker. I think that's probably fine too, or Abyss of Crown. But I digress. Hopefully this next one will be okay too.
You outlived your
Um,
usefulness.
So it looks like I get pretty good tuning, but I can't see the CR bar, so let me see.
Which of my powers would you like to see?
Yeah, I got pretty good tuning. Okay, so I'm gonna S3 here.
I will erase them all.
I want to cleanse here,
For a world
and then cut
without
50 CR, and then just try to headshot the Harseti. Just remember, if you're ever hitting this defense, just be mindful that you don't go for like Senya first or Flan first or any of that. You just basically straight up, literally just gun down the Harseti as soon as possible. And the reason why you want to gun down the Harseti as soon as possible is because you don't want her to cycle over and over and strip you with like Fairy Tale or stuff like that.
Enticing lure.
That would be like the absolute worst case scenario.
Be reliable.
Okay, I'm going to go for S3 on the Harseti. Based on how tanky it was, this shouldn't proc Ride Resolve, but I might do a lot of damage with attack buff. I'm not sure. Okay, no, I didn't get the defense break. That really sucks. He's Proof of Valor, so he can't strip me. This is a really bad rotation. I could S2 to put up barrier. He'll drag Flan. If I S1, I don't kill a proc Ride Resolve, he gets cleansed, he S1s anyway, drags Flans, and the Ride Resolve S3 and pushes up. I think the play is S1 her anyways, to be honest. But I need to think about this. Let me think. If I S2 for barrier, Flan still pushes forward, I cut CR, I S1, I get a more favorable rotation. Fuck, I should have went Soulburn Artifact on Hand Guy, actually. I might proc this since I have attack buff. Nah, fuck it. I'm going for Harseti. I'm gonna S1 her. Even if I proc Ride Resolve, I don't care. I need her to die ASAP. I'm just gonna throw the damage out. Like my Illinev is Indom. I'm like 2.3k, 37k. Like I'm tanky as shit, so I'm not worried about it. Plus I'm gonna get Bloodstone on this next turn, so it should be fine. This pushes Harseti forward. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna S1 on Harseti here, drag Flan for Bloodstone damage, and then S1 natural AoE should kill, which will take out one of his units. Okay, perfect. Flan's gonna S1, we don't care. 15.7 is really tanky, but I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. I am going to... I'm gonna S1. S1. And then Illinev S1 onto Senya. Get more Bloodstone healing. I won't die with Aureus, right? So I'm not too worried about it.
All I have is the path in front of me. Time for your extinction.
S1 here.
Do not surrender.
S1 this. I kind of don't want to waste my damage, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I'll just kill off the Senya. I'd rather not deal with potentially Senya like living and then doing some bullshit to me. Oh, he's holy sack.
Which of my powers would you
I
like to
definitely
see?
did not read the report if you haven't figured that out yet.
Unnatural beings.
Brackets I did.
Will get no
Hangai
mercy
S3,
from me.
Senya's gonna S1 Drake Clan, doesn't matter. I just tanked that shit like a beast. Okay. Just tank. S3 for Indom. The tankier I get, the better, obviously.
Those who fear should
I don't want
give
to tank a
up.
counter potentially, so I'm gonna S1 front. S1 again. And now this is just gonna take a while to kill the plan, but should be fine.
So, there's still
I will
if
S2
I
just
can
to
end
top
it
myself
all
up.
this.
You don't realize
I have immunity, so it should be okay. Okay. S1, Drake Clan. More misses.
scoot out of now.
I'm assuming my Hangai outspeeds though, because it's so tanky. Okay, just barely. Okay.
All I have
Hangai
is
S1
the
Drake Clan. Should be a kill. Beautiful.
You really
A little bit slower than I would like, but honestly, when we need to clutch up, we clutched up. So all good. First attack done, and moving on to our second one of the war. Okay, so for our second attack, we're hitting Juyang, and it is scouted, so I'll populate the information on screen now. So for the first team, it's going to be Harsetti, so I'm going to be running a young Senya comp on Protection Set and HP on Proof of Friendship, so I can get more HP on my front two, or sorry, my fronts. And then I'll be going with Renak, who's going to be on Speed, HP on Discreet Hands. I do wonder, like, if a different artifact like Wind Rider would actually do more damage. It probably does. I think Portrait would actually do even more damage, I think. So, I don't actually know. Honestly, I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna go Wind. Yeah, I think I'll go Wind Rider since it's 20% versus 17. So, on numbers wise, that should be accurate. Anyway, 5k 19.7, and I'm gonna go in with Elegos on Oath Key on Boss's Coat, which is the obviously the EE on the highest attack EE. Normally, you do want to win this with like Symbol or Misha if you have a max variation of that or version of that, or copy of that rather. But unfortunately, I need the Symbol on the second team, so too bad. Bottom team, I'm going to go in with Zeo Cavill. So Zeo's going to be on 275 build, 180F. I mean, the bulky team, a bulky Zeo will be fine. It really doesn't matter. You just want to bring a book and then release imprint for the rest of your team. I'll be going with Veronica, who's going to be on a tank build on Andre's crossbow. EE doesn't matter. You can go decrease or whatever. It really makes no diff. Mainly, you just want to make sure this is tanky, right? Because if BBK counters you twice, assume that the Veronica will get countered on the S3 and on the S1, right? If you can't tank the hit, it's going to be really problematic. So you want to make sure that this is tanky enough to survive. Then I'll be going with Cavill, who's going to be on Symbol of Unity on Destro Torrent 5.5335, and I'm just going to basically just completely booty blast him and just try to send him to the sky, in game obviously. So let's go.
It's funny, really. The vanity of your struggle.
Obviously, Proof of Friendship is going to be mandatory, because if you don't run Proof of Friendship, that means the Renak won't get the turn over like a Secret Art Stormsword Aiden or something like that. Oh, we actually hit the Aiden. What the heck? What the fuck? Okay. I was not expecting to hit the Aiden. That's...
Forgetting something?
Wait, how did I... Wow, Aiden was really a piece of shit. 70% evasion didn't proc, lol. Okay, well, I guess Aiden's gonna die to Renak then. Or I mean, die to the Renak splash and all that fun stuff. So, gonna go for the S3 onto the Arunka. Hopefully the scout was not... I didn't get scammed by the scout. It wouldn't be the first time that it happened. So I actually didn't kill. Interesting. Guess I'll S3.
You know who's saying that, right?
Okay, defense break, Yanya push. Okay, that was not exactly perfect. I thought the Renak was gonna kill. My bad. Okay, we are going to S3 on the Briar.
I am the rightful ruler of this land. Kneel before me.
I'm gonna Soul Burn S3 on BBK.
Can't stop me. So disappear.
I'm going. See, there's the counter I was talking about, right? S1, proc the bomb. Another counter. Wow, everything that could have went wrong literally went wrong. Holy shit.
Must simply be eliminated.
Kill off the Litica.
Things like honor.
Holy shit, dude.
I only have.
Wow. Jesus.
You'd better stand down.
That was... Wow. That was disgustingly
Are
close.
you going to provide some
That would have actually been really bad if my Veronica died. Holy shit. Well, good thing we spent the gold to make her as tanky as possible. Wow. Thank God. We would have lost rank 1 if I lost that. Holy shit. Okay. Second one done. On to the last one of this video. Alright, so for our last attack, we're hitting AB, aka Careless, and it is scouted, so I'll populate the information on screen now. And so it's the classic Renak Arunka Ilanav, so I'm going to be going with Luna on 279 on immunity so that I can tank this 7k fix without it doing any damage to me. And then I'll be going with Crow, who's going to be at 2.2, 34k on Holy Sacrifice on Prot set. Then I'll be going with Strays, who's going to be at 225 on Benny Marutachi Speed Torrent, 85 crit only because I need to kill the light targets, so I have Elemental Advantage. Then on the bottom team, I'm going to be going with Zio, who's going to be 100% crit chance on Target Hell's Ancient Book. Basically, just swap this to a crit neck instead of a crit damage neck, since we're going to be going with the S1 strat instead of the S3. Veronica is going to be on the pushback EE on Andre's crossbow. Again, doesn't matter which one this one is, we're going to be just getting rid of the BBK. Then Cabal is going to be on Destro Torrent, Symbol of Unity. You already know, you've already seen the build, you know what it is, and we're basically just going to blow them up. So let's go right ahead.
Come on. What's even the point in
Okay,
struggling?
Renak's gonna go ahead, do her thing.
Trying to get away, are you? You can't outrun me.
Okay,
What do you know
Soul
about
Burn,
me?
seal off the Ilanav.
I'll be the villain I have to be.
And I'm gonna go for Strays S3 to kill off the Ilanav into the Arunka. Obviously, the new Strays E, so that you can get the extra turn right away, is pretty nice, honestly. Very, very nice option. And then I'm gonna go for the S2 to kill off the Renax. Okay, I'm gonna S2 with Luna since I lapped.
You have weakness all over.
Do I land defense break? I do.
It's hollow justice.
S1.
Fast.
Strays S1 will kill this for sure. Okay, 16.9. Beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and... So, I mentioned that we're gonna go with Crit Neck instead, so in this case, I am gonna go for S1, because Veronica's gonna be able to proc the Cabal S2 on her S3. So I'm gonna go for the S1 on Litica, so I don't push Lua with 10% CR, obviously. And I'm gonna S1 Litica. I'm going to now Soul Burn S3 onto the Lua, so I defense break her. Right, if I defense break her and I kill her, then the Cabal can just one-shot and then proc everything, and then I just proc the BBK, and then it's 3v1. Litica might also die since she doesn't have stealth, but only one way to find out, so... Gonna go for the Soul Burn.
I'll finish you once and for all.
Okay, proc Cabal. Litica gets headshot. IS1, finish it off. Keep it super clean. Super, super clean.
Nice work, everyone.
And Zio can be on Crit Neck if you want to optimize him for Guild War, but either one is kind of fine for the most part. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's Guild War video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I can't remember the last time I actually had to sell Stigma, Penguins rather, to actually do Guild War. It's been a minute since I haven't really been playing too much, just running dailies and kind of logging off and playing Etheria. But... there's only 2 wars left in the season. There still is no mention of the Guild War tournament, so honestly, quite upset about that. But hopefully they turn things around and maybe they drop something sooner than later. I don't really know what my plans are yet for the next season, when the season ends. There are some series ideas that I'm thinking of bringing back, Katie's Only in particular, and making a new account in the near future to rush to Hall of Fame. I don't know yet. So if you guys have any video ideas, let me know in the comments below, but until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do. Bye!